This one is gonna be quick and simple. It's about the Bitcoin dormant coins. So basically, those are kind of like lost coins, and I feel like people are not paying much attention to that. And we're gonna look at the Bitcoin balance on exchanges, so which is about 2.4 million right now. And right now we have about um, 6 million coins that never moved for the past 5 years, and we have about 3 million coin that never moved for the past 10 years. So they kind of call that dormant coins, and then you have um, total unspent coins, like coin that never spent, was 1.72, right? 1.77 million. So those coins basically they never spent. So especially back in the Satoshi days when he was mining from his computer, um, he just mined the coins, right? In the early days, he never moved them. Right? He just let them be there, right? He was supporting the network in the beginning. He expended his own energy to get those coins, but after that, he left the project and he never moved any coins, and still those coins never get moved. That's interesting because now you'd say, well, um, those coins, uh, well, if he come back and start moving them, right? What would that be? Well, maybe Satoshi lost those keys, right? That's the other things too, because most of those coins, when you look at in the on the blockchain, you see all each coin is has a different address, right? Each of those, most of those um, addresses that he was receiving block rewards, most of them was different. Like there was different like addresses that was receiving those rewards, the block rewards. So I would say yes, he probably have the keys, but also possible that he lost the keys. And if those keys were lost, well, that was lost forever. Those coins will never be moved, right? And well, let's say well, there is a possibility that he may not be alive as well, or he or she or they. And you see, so there's also the implication of what if you come back and start spending this coin, you see what I mean? So there's so many other things. So I don't think he has any intention to move those coins anytime soon. And like for like over 13 years, right? Those coins never moved, right? So that's kind of interesting, right? So and you have also not only those the Satoshi coin, you have other coins that are not moving, right? Some people lose coins, right? And if you look at the blockchain, when Satoshi said you can look at the lost coins like a donation to the every other holders on the network, right? So when you lose your keys, you kind of make a donation to the network, which is not nice, but like that's the way it is because you don't have your keys, you don't have access to your keys, then you lose those coins. That's why you have to be careful how you set up your keys. You don't want to make it too complicated for you to recover, and you don't want to make it too complicated for your families and your heirs, right? So um yeah, and also there's a dormant coins. Like for more than 10 years, they consider that as dormant. Like they're not gonna be moving anytime soon. And you have coins for more than 5 years, which is even higher, which is like 6 million, right? So and this number is always going up, right? Right. The number for block uh, coin-based transactions, right? The coin-based transactions, basically the miners, the coin miners receive. It kind of say same, right? Like 2.73 million, right? 2.77. Now it's kind of a little bit going up because miners get smarter. They get like really, really sophisticated. Like they have a lot of bills to pay, right? In the Satoshi days, you didn't have that, big mining farm to, pay the bills and pay the energy price, prices, energy costs, and managing the business, right? He was just doing it out of his computer, so he could afford to not move those coins. But those miners of today, they have to move it, right? But you have also other people, the holders, right? The holders are not moving those coins, and they just exponentially, right? This rate, the red line, is going exponentially higher over time. So you are in about right now, the red line is at above it 19 million, right? More than 19 million of those coins, right? Not being moved, right? So that's amazing. And you have this feature as well, the amount of Bitcoin on exchanges, which is also going down. You can see here, right? So this is since January or February, since February, right? So it's been a downtrend, right? You see the ETF is just swallowing every coin coming out, and you have also the halving effect. You have to look forward to as well. Having happened around April, right? So, and then you also have, the holders. People are just buying and take the coin out of exchanges. Getting smarter, and you have the price, right? The price still hanging on here. This range between 70 and 60,000. Um, but yeah, so. But here's the thing, like there's only 2.4 million on exchanges, right? So what's gonna happen when you have when like Michael Saylor come out and take buy for 1 billion, right? And then the ETF guys, BlackRock, and start taking another 10 billion. Like you kind of feel like, okay, the amount of this coin can be taken out of the exchange pretty quick. 2 million is not like how much money is that? Like I mean, like it's not that much of a money this compared to the available money on the market, right? The accessibility, because the ETF opened the door to so much money, to all, like it's like an ocean of money that's available there, um for Bitcoin to get access to, right? So this is the reason why I think like most people are not bullish enough in this thing. So if you have 60, let's say you have 2.4 million coin on exchanges, and you have 60, let's see, we price it at 60,000, right? So that's about 144 billion dollars, right? That's 144 billion dollars of money left out there on exchanges. Um, well, if you when you started to, I mean, I would say BlackRock can scoop up that in a year, just BlackRock, right? I'm not talking about Fidelity and all the other things. And then you have Michael Saylor, MicroStrategy can take about 5 billion out of the market in a year. Um, I mean, like, let's say 100 billion from BlackRock, 5 billion from and Michael Saylor. You have another 10 billion. Let's say 40 billion. Sorry, you have 40 billion from um, nation states, and then you have another, and a few other billion from the retail buyers. that's the way I look at it. I don't want to keep it too long as promised, but yes, don't keep an eye on the amount of coin, right? The dormant coins, right? And then the next chart would be as always, the Mayer multiple, which is basically just evaluating the price of Bitcoin when it's high value and lower value. So I know it's just showing that it's going down to the very um, underappreciated lines. So yeah, that's what I would look for. But other than that, everything is fine. I can see the inflation fear. No, the market downtrends on these things called like you know people are fearful about there was a recession or something like that. They can see you can make a point for that, but yeah, I wouldn't like fall for that too much because I know the government will not really want that to happen because they don't want to see the pain on the market. They are kind of like a safety net every time there is a correction that should be healthy for the market, but the Fed always come up with a bunch of money printing and to play God. We know in Bitcoin there is no such case, right? If a company fail, there's nobody to print more Bitcoin, but there's more there's more people to print more dollars and other currencies. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna leave you here. This was Spy Cover. Thank you for listening and watching.